On November 13th, Trooper Jackson Little of the Arkansas State Police pulled over a driver who identified himself only as James, referred to here as Mr. Transparency, for allegedly traveling 87 miles per hour in a 65 miles per hour zone. Throughout the stop, the trooper repeatedly pressed the driver to roll his window down completely and to admit how fast he was going. Mr. Transparency declined both. The interaction that followed was captured on dash camera.
Howdy.
Roll us down all the way, man.
Why is that?
Roll it down all the way so I can talk to you better.
We can talk, right?
Roll it down all the way. I'm not asking you, I'm telling you.
What law is that?
Why are you starting this, man?
Well, you're telling me to roll my window. We can talk, right?
Yeah, roll it down more.
But why?
So I can talk to you better, man. I'm not going to talk to you through a crack like this.
We can talk.
I'm not trying to be rude to you, anything like that.
I'm really not trying to be rude to you either, but...
So what's the deal? Why don't you want to roll it down all the way?
Because I don't have to.
You want to?
You
just trying to be difficult?
I'm not trying to be difficult. Do you want my license and registration?
Yeah, if you don't care.
What's the reason for stopping me?
First off, okay, I'm Trooper Jackson Little with the Arkansas State Police, okay?
I appreciate that.
The reason I'm pulling you over is speeding. You know how fast you're going?
I do.
How fast are you going?
I'm not going to answer that question.
Okay, I got you going 87 in the 65, man. That's a little quick.
I got this dash cam here.
Yeah.
And it records my speed.
Okay, how fast does it say you're going?
I'm not going to answer that question, but
okay.
I know it wasn't that. This is
okay.
Registration,
how fast
insurance.
Do you think you were going, at least?
I'm not going to answer that.
Okay.
I'm really not trying to be difficult with you, sir.
So what's the deal then?
Well, what deal?
Why are you just being so defensive and argumentative?
With what?
Everything I'm saying.
Well, I don't believe.
I'm not being cooperative by rolling the window down. It's not a huge deal. I'd like to talk to you better. You know, instead of.
I think that we're talking fine though, aren't we?
We were. But It's not.
Well, hold on. Let's start over.
We're not going to argue.
I don't want to argue with you, but let's start over.
Okay.
Can we do that?
Yeah.
My name's James. You have my
nice
ID
to meet
here.
You, man.
And I just don't. The reason for the window, I'm not trying to be defensive or argumentative or anything.
Yeah.
I just don't like to have it all the way down.
Why is that?
I just don't.
Why is that, man?
I just don't.
Okay, okay. Everyone's different, I guess.
Everyone is a little different, yeah.
Yeah.
You like it down, I don't, you know.
Okay. Everything looks good here. So you don't think you were speeding?
I don't want to answer any questions regarding that.
Why not?
It's
not a huge deal, man. It's just speeding.
I get it, and I don't think it's a huge deal to not.
Something, if you don't think you're going that fast, something could be wrong with your car or something, man. You know, you never know that.
It's 2021.
Rude, nothing like that, man.
I'm not trying to be rude either.
I know you're being nice now, so I appreciate that.
Well, I feel like I've been nice.
Yeah, it's the deal is, man. We go, you know, if you give us signs by not being cooperative by the little things.
We're not cooperating?
Just listen. Let me talk, okay?
Sure.
Okay. Those little things can mean a lot sometimes, man. For all you know, you could be trying to hide something, anything like that. So those are just little clues. I'm not saying you are. Not accusing you of anything.
Well, we're just operating within the bounds of the law right now, aren't we?
What do you say?
Are we just operating within the bounds of the law right now?
We are.
Then.
But those are just little clues, man. I mean, it's kind of weird when you don't want to roll your window down all the way. It's just a little weird, man.
It's a little weird that you're just demanding I do something. You said that you're not asking, you're telling me, and you don't have the legal grounds to tell me to roll my window all the way down. That's the only thing. That was a lie.
A lie?
Yeah.
It's not a lie.
Do I have to roll my window down?
I can make a bigger deal out of that. I'm not going to, though.
Do I have to roll my window down all the way? Is that a law?
You gotta do what I asked, man.
Is that a law?
And if you think that's violating whatever, we can take it to court.
We can take that one to court. That is not a law that I have to have my window all the way down.
Like that. But like I said, it's speeding, man. It's not a huge deal.
And I understand that, and that's why I feel like we got off on the wrong foot, because you were telling me to do something that I don't have to do.
I can tell you to do whatever I want. If you think it's violating,
you can tell me to do whatever you want.
If you think it's a violation of whatever thing you're talking about, we can take it.
Well, I don't think you violated anything right now.
Okay, yeah. Good deal.
No, I think we have a disagreement on what the law says on the window.
What's the deal, man? Honestly, what?
Well, there's zero deal.
Okay, so just what?
You've got me stopped.
Yeah.
You're accusing me of speeding, you say?
Yeah.
Trooper Little opened this stop by telling Mr. Transparency to roll his window down all the way. Not asking, telling. Section 27-49-107 of the Arkansas Code requires drivers to comply with any lawful order from a police officer, but it offers no definition of what makes an order lawful. Courts in other states have split on this exact question. In the 1975 case of Coughlin v. State, the Alabama Court of Criminal Appeals held that a lawful order under a similar statute must be directly related to the direction, control, and regulation of traffic, and that the statute was not designed to give officers unlimited power to command whatever they choose. In the 2016 case of State versus Thigpen, an Ohio appeals court went the opposite direction, finding that nothing in the plain language of a similar statute limits it to traffic control situations. Arkansas has no binding ruling on point, which means the lawfulness of Trooper Little's window order was genuinely unsettled at the time of this stop. Mr. Transparency was right to challenge it, and he did so calmly and precisely.
I've handed you my documents. I'm doing everything I'm legally required to do.
Yeah.
I don't understand why you think I have a deal.
I just don't. Why can't you just really like what's so hard about just click?
Well, what's wrong with you said that so we can talk, but we're talking right now. So
there's nothing
what
wrong
other
with it,
reason
man.
is there?
I'm just curious, honestly, why you can't just roll it down all the way.
I
don't know why don't.
I'm just curious of why you're so stuck on it.
It just blows my mind. Like, why can't you just roll it down all the way, man? Like, what's?
It blows my mind that you can't let it go. I thought we moved past this.
It's just a little funny to me, man. I'm behind the whole cop thing. I'm just kind of curious why you won't do it.
I just don't think that I am legally obliged to do that.
Yeah, I'm saying beyond that, why don't you just want to? Like, what's the big deal? You see, like, are you afraid or what?
I like my window. Well, I think that, yeah, a man approaches my car with a gun and...
Yeah, I'm not here to hurt you or anything like that.
I fully believe that, you know, but I'm allowed to have my defenses up, right? Do you believe I'm going to hurt you?
No, I don't.
But you got your defenses up, right?
Yeah,
I mean, it's just a natural
all the stuff
thing.
going on, I guess it's kind of natural.
Sure, I have nothing against you as a person.
Yeah, but
I'm just...
You got to think, man, not every cop's a bad cop, so I'm not here to hurt you like that, man.
And I'm fully on the side of the police.
Yeah.
But I
appreciate that.
Yeah, I have my ways I got to do things.
Yeah. I was just saying, behind the whole cop thing, I was just kind of curious why you didn't want to, like, behind the whole, I'm the cop, you're the, violator, whatever, just kind of curious why you didn't want to roll it down, so.
Yeah, I just like it where it is.
Okay.
Yeah.
Everyone's different.
Sure.
Anyway, man, just hang tight here, okay?
Sure.
When Trooper Little asked Mr. Transparency if he thought he was speeding, Mr. Transparency declined to answer, and he was on solid constitutional ground. The Fifth Amendment provides that no person shall be compelled in any criminal case to be a witness against himself. In the 1951 case of Hoffman versus United States, the Supreme Court held that this privilege extends not only to answers that would directly support a conviction, but to those that would furnish a link in the chain of evidence needed to prosecute the claimant. The court added in the 2001 case of Ohio versus Rayner that the privilege protects the innocent just as much as the guilty because truthful answers from an innocent witness can still hand the government incriminating evidence from the speaker's own mouth. However, the Supreme Court made clear in the 2013 case of Salinas versus Texas that silence alone is not enough. A person must expressly invoke their Fifth Amendment right, or prosecutors can use that silence against them later in court. Mr. Transparency was smart to say, "I don't want to answer that question," rather than simply going quiet. But explicitly naming the Fifth Amendment would have locked in that protection with even greater legal force.
Put your stuff back, man. Here's what we're doing, okay?
All right.
Your record looked pretty dang good. I didn't see a speeding warning or ticket on there, okay?
Okay.
I'm on you off with the warning, okay?
I really
know you don't think
appreciate
you're going that fast, but a radar said you were, but I'm not writing you a ticket.
That's what I was going to ask, is if you were on radar, because I'm not lying to you. I wasn't going that fast.
How fast? Since we're beyond that, how fast was it?
I really can't answer that question.
Well, I'm not writing you a ticket, man. It's a warning, so I'm just curious what it says.
I understand, but there's a formality that's got to take place there.
What do you mean formality?
My right to remain silent on things.
I'm not going to walk back there and rewrite a ticket, man. I can promise you that. I'm just curious.
I can promise I won't answer the question.
You have my word. I'm not going to do that. I promise you. That's on my camera.
After returning with a warning, Trooper Little tried one more time, assuring Mr. Transparency on camera that he would not rewrite a ticket if he admitted his speed. Mr. Transparency still declined, and he was right to. A verbal promise from an officer does not strip that officer of legal authority, and nothing prevented Trooper Little from changing his mind. Beyond that, Mr. Transparency's dash cam itself was a potential evidence source. In the 2014 case of Riley versus California, the Supreme Court held that digital data cannot be searched without a warrant, stating that in the absence of a warrant, a search is reasonable only if it falls within a specific exception to the warrant requirements. A New York court applied that exact reasoning to a dashcam memory card in the 2019 case of People versus Blakely, finding that seizing the physical card was not enough to authorize searching the data stored on it without an additional warrant. If Mr. Transparency had admitted his speed, that admission combined with the dashcam footage could have handed prosecutors a ready-made case. His continued silence was not stubbornness. It was good judgment.
You got camera?
I do.
Do you run body cam?
No, we run a body mic. So
Okay.
See, we're troopers.
Yeah.
We don't go into houses, anything like that, really. So
Right. You're
there's really no
staying.
need for everything's on camera right here, so there's no need for me to have a body camera
Sure.
like this. But
I think that body cams help police as well as citizens.
Some state agencies have it.
Yeah, I think that
ours doesn't.
I get it. Yeah,
There's
Arkansas's
been talks about us
behind.
getting some, but do what?
Arkansas's just behind on everything.
Something like that. There's been talks about us getting some, but like I said, we do just everything right here in front of the car. So I mean, there's some pluses and negatives too. I mean, like it can help you in court. If you had a body cam right here to prove something did not like. If we were to go off and get in a fight way over there or something like that, that could help us out there. But
sure,
like I said, we're troopers, so we do everything's right here at the car.
Sure.
Usually, but we don't go in the house and stuff like that. So
it makes sense.
But yeah,
it makes sense.
But yeah, man, what's your name again?
My name's James.
Okay, nice to meet you, man. I'm
You
Jackson.
too.
Nice to meet you.
You too. What was your badge number?
587.
587. Is any of that going to be on the?
Oh, let's see. It should be. Yeah, name's right there. Badge number's right there. Okay.
Perfect, man.
But yeah, besides that, man, I know that you don't think you're speed. My radar said you were, but just be careful, okay?
Absolutely, and you too, for
I
sure.
appreciate it, man. Like I said, not every cop's bad, man. We're here to keep you
I
safe,
think the majority of police are good.
Yeah.
The saying goes, "A few bad apples spoil the bunch."
Yeah.
And I think that's a bad case of what's happening.
I can understand why you'd be, a little defensive of a cop walking up to you and stuff. But,
Sure.
But man, I'm not here to hurt you. I can promise you that.
I got
Unless
you.
It came down.
And I'm not here to hurt anyone.
Yeah,
So.
I believe that, man. That's why I'm not making a big deal out of it. But
Cool.
I'm just saying sometimes the little things like that give us clues. I mean, you're not a bad guy, so that's not the case here. But
sure,
those little things, sometimes mean a lot more than what's just a little thing. So just
absolutely,
just keep that in mind, man. Some guys might not be as nice about it as me, but
sure,
clearly I'm saying you're clearly not a bad dude. So
I try to function within the bounds of the law. You know, that's it.
Yeah, some guys, they might have sat here and made you get out of the car and stuff. But like I said, you're clearly not a bad guy, so I'm not going to make a huge deal out of it. But just
and I appreciate that.
Keep that in mind. Some guys might not take that the same as I did. So just
I got you.
But
yeah.
I appreciate it, man. Okay.
Yeah. All right.
You have a good day.
Yeah. You too.
Trooper Little gets a B-. He was calm, conversational, and never escalated to threats or force. That matters, and it should be acknowledged. But throughout this stop, nearly every question he asked had one purpose: to get Mr. Transparency to admit he was speeding. The window demand was legally unsettled at best, and the trooper knew it. He ultimately conceded there was no violation. What stands out most is how he framed Mr. Transparency's refusal to answer as suspicious behavior, telling him that uncooperative little things serve as clues that someone might be hiding something. In Florida versus Royer, decided in 1983, the Supreme Court made clear that a person approached by police need not answer any question put to him, and that declining to answer does not without more give an officer reasonable suspicion. Using a driver's lawful silence as a de facto indicator of guilt inverts that principle entirely. Trooper Little did not cross a hard legal line on this stop, but he pushed right up to several of them. And the only reason he did not cross them was that Mr. Transparency knew exactly where those lines were. Mr. Transparency gets an A. He handed over his documents, identified himself by name, and complied with every legal obligation a traffic stop creates. He challenged the window order clearly, accurately, and without hostility. He invoked his right not to answer questions and held that position even when the trooper issued a warning and offered what sounded like a deal. The one note worth raising is from Salinas versus Texas, explicitly saying, "I am invoking my Fifth Amendment right to remain silent is stronger than simply declining to answer because silence without an express invocation can later be used as evidence of guilt." Mr. Transparency came close by saying he did not want to answer, but naming the amendment directly would have built a firmer legal wall. Outside of that, this was a neat textbook exercise of rights during a routine traffic stop. Let us know if there is an interaction or legal topic you would like us to discuss in the comments below. Thank you for watching, and don't forget to subscribe to UK Badge Audit for weekly police accountability analysis.